Hello everyone, Old Man Cam back again to review another game that I played in 2019, and today the day has finally come where I review. What is this? What is this? What is this? The day has finally come where I review Borderlands 3. Now, a few weeks ago, probably a little over a month ago, I said that Borderlands 2 is the best game in the series. And top to bottom, I still believe that. But the crazy thing is that Borderlands 3 is way more fun to play as just a pure video game. Now, there are certain things about Borderlands 3 that are not as good as Borderlands 2. The writing, the characters, the story progression, all not as good as Borderlands 3. I mean, one of the main issues that I had about the game, I remember when I complained specifically to my wife playing it the first time, is that I felt like this is a game that was centered around its female characters. I mean, like the vast majority of the characters that you see in this game, especially in the early going are female. And they don't do anything with them. They kill off characters seemingly for no reason. Troy, the one guy main villain, his story arc is wasted. One of my favorite characters in this game is Typhon de Leon, a character that we've known about for a while in the Borderlands series. We finally get to meet him. We get to, not just that we get to meet him, his logs going through the game were fantastic setup for his character and gave a perfect amount of backstory to the game. And he's just kind of unceremoniously off in the final chapter, and I don't understand why. I love the arc that he takes with dealing with the issues of the main storyline of the game, but then he gets off, and it's just like, well, what was that for? I would have liked to see him as like a DLC character of some sort. But again, with all the issues that I have with the game, the gunplay is so good. There's such a good variety of guns here, especially before you get to the end game, and the amount of in-game content that they've added is pretty good, especially for someone who has not even paid for the DLC yet. The ability to switch different modes on different weapons, just the variety of types of weapons, the ability to use multiple types of weapons, the multiple skill trees that each character has makes just for a fun, enjoyable romp as you go through the game and just try out different things, see what works well. Even the way that they do the end game with the modifiers in Mayhem mode is really cool and really fun. I know myself and my friend Brandon, we play a lot, and I know that whenever I play with him, I have to change up my modifiers because I have the modifiers set for my own game, my own style of gameplay, but he plays in a different way. I also like the various changes and tweaks to the game that they've made to the game as it's existed. Whenever a gun gets too overpowered, too overhyped, they nerf it, and I appreciate that. They buff some guns that are not as good as others. But yeah, it's just a fun game to play, man. I mean, at any time I feel like I can jump back into the game and play again. The only thing that I don't like, and the main reason why I haven't made more characters and have been able to play through it like I played with the original, with Borderlands 2, is that the story sucks, man. The villains in this are no handsome Jack. I think that's the main thing. That's the main issue with this game, is that Borderlands 2 was so fun to play through because Handsome Jack was such a lovable, hateable villain at the same time. With that being said, I feel like I've been hyping this game up to give it like a pretty mediocre score, but I do think the game is very good. I'm looking forward to more improvements that they have with the game. I'm looking forward to playing it some more, and I'm going to go ahead and give Borderlands 3 an A. And I will see you tomorrow.